country by reaching the women's singles final of the World Junior Squash Championships in Canada. The news in detail, and first the local news. The National People's Party NPP today held its first public meeting and by-election campaign for the Shillong Parliamentary Constituency at Ilaka Sutunga Dorbar Hall in East Janta Hills District. The gathering was attended by Sutunga Saipung MLA Santa Mary Shilla, Deputy Chief Minister Snyao Bhalang Dhar, NPP candidate Dr. DRL Nonglat, JHADC, MDCs, party officials, dignitaries and local villagers. Dr. Nonglat shared his professional background and vision, stressing his motto, Ban Pin Bha, Ban Pin Shai, Bat Ban Te. He said he joined politics not for personal gain, but to serve the people, despite nearing retirement. Deputy Chief Minister Dhar praised Dr. Nonglat's academic achievements and family values, calling him a strong addition to the party. He highlighted development projects worth Rs 400 crore in Sutunga Saipung, while MLA Santa Mary Shilla credited the NPP government for finally bringing roads and infrastructure to the constituency after years of neglect. The meeting underscored the NPP's push to strengthen its campaign in East Janta Hills ahead of the upcoming Shillong by-election.
There's no opportunity party, National People's Party, but kemudian yang diketuai oleh parti, bangnya yang dikatakan MP by election mentara Senan. But belajar yang diketuai kira lalu motor berjumlah, nak belajar kamu, but kita sudah bantu bah, bantu syah, bantu. Uguru lebih dikatakan berbeza experience. Hari ini uguru suku uguru nenek. Kata prinsipal parti itu banyak. Uguru kumankanlah apa yang suawi sunong belum bukan haruman sunong. Handai tempat yang kreatif yang malu itu one of the most powerful process having rule yang ini.
Young talent Kit Kupar Nongsiet received a warm welcome from family and officials after winning the medals at the World Championships of Performing Arts in Las Vegas. Competing in the Vocalist of the World 18 to 24 years category, he bagged 3 gold medals, 2 in jazz and pop and 1 for being among the top 5 singers, along with 2 bronze medals for original work and gospel songs. Speaking to reporters, Kit Kupar said representing India on the international stage was already a big win for him. He urged aspiring musicians to work hard, stay focused and never stop chasing their dreams. Though he missed out on the Grand Champion title, his achievement places him among the finest young vocalists globally, making India proud.
Kapag kababa ni apwi nanti. Lakuan man yung
Actually, representing India at an international stage is already a big win for me, and now I got this title as the top 5 and being the only representative. So yeah, I'm very happy and grateful for this opportunity.
The Meghalaya AIDS Control Society MACS Shillong organized an HIV/AIDS awareness program along with the Red Ribbon Youth Fest quiz competition at the Tirat Singh EM Memorial Hall. The initiative aimed to educate the public, especially students and youth, about avoiding risky behaviors such as unsafe sexual practices and drug abuse, which increase the risk of HIV infection. MACS Assistant Director Rapborlang Rani delivered an awareness session, while officials, staff, community members, police personnel from Mairang and students from various schools participated in the event. The program highlighted the importance of youth engagement in spreading awareness and building a healthier future for Meghalaya. Let's move on to the regional stories. The flood situation in Assam remains grim, with over 1.15 lakh people taking shelter in relief camps. The worst hit districts are Sivsagar, Charaideo and Jorhat. In the latest report, 14 more flood-related deaths were confirmed, 7 in Charaideo, 6 in Sivsagar and 1 in Jorhat, raising the overall toll to 61. Major rivers including the Dikho, Disang and Dhansiri continue to flow above danger levels, worsening conditions in Upper Assam. Relief and rescue operations are ongoing, with disaster response teams and district administrations working to evacuate stranded families and distribute aid. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviewed the situation in a telephonic conversation with Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, who later shared that the Prime Minister sought updates on the devastation, relief progress and challenges faced on the ground. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma attended the National People's Party NPP annual convention in Imphal, where he interacted with party office bearers, MLAs, functionaries and workers. In his address, Sangma reaffirmed the NPP's mission for lasting peace, inclusive prosperity and sustained progress in Manipur. He emphasized strengthening grassroots leadership, empowering youth and women, protecting the state's cultural heritage and ensuring development reaches every community. He called for unity, compassion and determination to build a stronger, more peaceful and prosperous Manipur for future generations. Moving on to the national stories. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has resigned, tendering his resignation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. In a social media post, Pradhan said he was pained by the prevailing situation following students' protest over the past 10 days, stressing that it was not a matter of prestige for him. He explained that his decision was aimed at preventing anti-national forces from exploiting the unrest and ensuring that students' future are not entangled in legal complexities. Pradhan expressed gratitude to the Prime Minister for his guidance, trust and support, adding that service to the nation remains his highest priority. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with over 400 youth participants of the Viksit Vibrant Village Program 2026 tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. via video conferencing. The program, held in 2 phases from June 4th to 30th, covered 74 vibrant villages across Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Participants were selected through a nationwide online quiz competition that saw entries from more than 3 lakh youth. The Prime Minister's interaction will highlight the role of youth in strengthening rural development and fostering community participation under the Vibrant Villages initiative. Heavy monsoon downpours continue to lash Gujarat, with the state recording over 52% of its average seasonal rainfall so far. In the past 24 hours, Santalpur Taluka in Patan district received the highest rainfall at 15 inches. Authorities have evacuated more than 40,000 people, while rescue teams have safely relocated 6,766 stranded citizens. The worst hit districts include Navsari, Valsad and Surat. A massive rescue operation is underway, with 17 NDRF teams, 32 SDRF platoons and 6 army columns deployed across vulnerable areas. Water levels in reservoirs have surged, with the Sardar Sarovar Narmada Dam now at 69% capacity and 21 dams on high alert. Union Minister C.R. Patil visited flood-affected regions in Navsari, reviewing relief measures and assuring continued support for affected communities.
बहुत बड़ा नुकसान बारिश के कारण हुआ है। हम लोग सुबह से अलग-अलग गांव में जाकर उसको देख रहे हैं। सुबह में ही डिप्टी सीएम श्री हर्ष संघवी जी और कलेक्टर ऑफिस में हमने वहाँ भी एक मीटिंग अभी की है और जो नुकसान हुआ है उन सबको कैश के साथ घर वखरी का भी जो नुकसान हुआ है, इस तरह से 6,800 रुपया आज या कल शाम तक सबको मिल जाए, उस तरह की व्यवस्था भी वो कर रहे हैं। जो पशुधन का भी जो नुकसान है, तो भैंस या गाय होगी तो उसको भी 37,500 रुपया कैश मिलेगा, नुकसान मिलेगा, और बकरी होगी तो 22,000 रुपया देने का भी तय हुआ है।
Now let's have a look at international stories. President Draupadi Murmu praised the Indian community in Romania, calling it a vital pillar of the growing partnership between the two nations. Speaking at a reception in Bucharest on the final day of her state visit, she said Indians abroad remained deeply connected to their motherland and make the nation proud through their achievements. The president noted her discussion with Romanian President Nicolae Dan and other leaders reflected a strong commitment to elevating bilateral ties. Referring to the recently concluded India-European Union Free Trade Agreement, she said its early implementation would open new avenues for trade and investment with Romania and other European Union member states.
जी, आज हमारे दोनों देशों के बीच सहयोग पहले से कहीं अधिक व्यापक और गतिशील है। हमारी सरकारें सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, क्लाइमेट चेंज से निपटने के प्रयासों, आतंकवाद के विरुद्ध सहयोग तथा रूल्स बेस्ड शांतिपूर्ण अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यवस्था को बढ़ावा देने जैसे विश्व मुद्दों पर मिलकर कार्य कर रहे हैं। इस वर्ष जनवरी में इंडिया यूरोपियन यूनियन फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट का संपन्न होना एक ऐतिहासिक उपलब्धि।
Fierce wildfires swept through forests near Samos and Saint-Helene in southwestern France, threatening homes and forcing mass evacuations. Authorities ordered that total evacuation of the Cap Ferret Peninsula, a popular Atlantic coast tourist destination. The blaze, which began near Samos, has already destroyed over 10,000 hectares of forest and burned 80 homes, with about 50 completely gutted. Emergency services are stretched thin, prompting both France and Spain to seek assistance from the European Union. In southwest France, boats were deployed to aid evacuations and nearly 63,000 people, many of them tourists, were evacuated as two major fires endangered homes and campsites. The University of Oxford has announced the successful vaccination of the first volunteer in the world's clinical trial of a Bundibugyo Ebola virus vaccine. The candidate, named ChAd-Ox1-BDBV, was developed by Oxford's Vaccine Group and Pandemic Sciences Institute, progressing from concept to human testing in just 8 weeks. The trial is supported by the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, CEPI, under an $8.6 million program with the Serum Institute of India. Volunteers will continue to be recruited and monitored to assess the vaccine's safety and immune response. Preparations are also underway for further studies in Uganda, subject to regulatory approval. And coming up are the sports news. Indian squash star Anahat Singh created history by reaching the women's singles final of the World Junior Squash Championships in Canada. She defeated Egypt's Barb Sameh 3-1 in the semi-final, becoming only the second Indian ever after Joshna Chinnappa to enter the prestigious title clash. Anahat will face Egypt's Ruqayya Salem in the final later tonight at 10:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Earlier, she secured her semi-final berth by beating Egypt's Habiba Rizk 3-1 in the quarterfinals. The state-level inter-school Subrata Mukherjee Football Cup 2026 concluded with thrilling finals across categories, producing 3 champions who will represent Meghalaya at the International Subrata Cup 2026 in Delhi and Bengaluru. Little Star High Secondary School clinched the under-17 girls' crown, defeating North Liberty Higher Secondary School 4-1 in a tie-breaker. North Liberty Higher Secondary School triumphed in the under-15 boys final with a 2-1 victory over Umpot Leo Jingtip Higher Secondary School. O.M. Roy Memorial High Secondary School dominated the under-17 boys final, defeating Wapung Higher Secondary School 3-0. The awards were distributed by Hamletson Dotling, President of the Meghalaya Football Association, and Vice President Cliff Nongrum, alongside officials from the Department of Sports and Youth Affairs. Now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 71%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 18 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 70%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature was recorded at 20 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature at 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 77%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says moderate rain is likely to occur at many places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. National People's Party holds its first public meeting and by-election campaign for Shillong Parliamentary Constituency at Ilaka Sutunga Dorbar Hall. Kit Kupar Nongsit receives a warm welcome from family and officials after winning 5 medals at the World Championships of Performing Arts in Las Vegas. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma attended National People's Party Annual Convention in Imphal. Dharmendra Pradhan tendering his resignation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. And Anahat Singh created history by reaching the women's singles final of the World Junior Squash Championships in Canada. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, thank you for watching and goodbye.
Well, you know I can be found sitting all alone. If you can come around, at least let's sail the phone. Don't be cruel to